Ooh. Oh, we got a little friend here today. We gotta turn this camera a little bit. This video is a little serious one today. Okay. Ow. All right. I've been living a lie here. And this is me coming clean. This is Dragonlordfrodo coming clean. No, I'm not gay. Okay? No, I'm not a woman. Okay? There's a few... something happened today. And I'm not actually I'm not going to exactly say what happened. But it got me thinking, and and I just want to get it all out right now. The stuff that happened with Clinton Rocco Carr and the entire music scene and whatever. I've been lying about it a little bit. A lot of it. So, I want to come clean, so what's the easiest way to do this? Make a video. Okay, so what's the easiest way to do that? Just fucking tell the story over again. But tell it the right way. So back in November, what was it? 2001, I believe. Clint Carr starts this thread on relapse.com. It's like R and then 3 E's, LAPSE.com. Relapse.com. Thread was Dragonlordfrodo, Buffalo's Jaffa. And without going into what a Jaffa is, you people probably already know. People invented the word, for Christ's sake. Okay? So they're over talking. It's pretty much, you know, he's retarded, he needs to be exterminated. Clint didn't say anything about being exterminated, by the way. It was somebody else, and excuse me when I misquote, or I'm not actually misquoting, it's just without it to see the actual quote in front of my face, I can't actually like read it off verbatim. So there was somebody on Relapse that said, paraphrasing, all Jaffas must be exterminated. Okay? And okay, so then it goes on. It was about like 50 pages by the time I got to that. What was it? July of 2012, I believe it was. Is when I actually found it. So he's going on and on about that. He's going on and on about how I stole Tony Lorenzo's guitar and whatnot. The thing with the stealing of the guitar, it was because I won the guitar. I didn't actually steal it, I won the guitar, okay? The thing was, what they were upset about was that I didn't give back the guitar, which I didn't. But you know what? I didn't really know I had to. And the thing is that if they were expecting me to give back the guitar, why didn't they go after everyone else that won something for Tony Lorenzo? What's his name? Adam Zach. He won the Cannibal Corpse bass. He didn't. He wasn't grilled to give it back. You know, there was like, I'm gonna lay down. There was like tables full of CDs. You know, CDs. What else? Shirts. Like any kind of like shit you could think of. And no one like said anything about giving those back. I won something off that table. By the way, I won I won a pack of what the fuck energy drinks. I think they were like called cocaine energy drinks or some shit. I don't know, but I won those, and won those. They had like hot flavored. I don't know. They were nasty fucking shit. So, but whatever. So anyway, getting back on point here. They were saying I stole the guitar. They said that I didn't give back the guitar. I mean, what the fuck? I won it. I should be able to keep it, right? Just like Adam Zach should be able to keep the bass, and everyone that won everything off that table should keep what they won, right? Who the fuck knows? So anyway, what else was said on there? It was just pretty much, you know, I'm retarded. I didn't give back the guitar, and then most of it was just back and forth banter, and like comments about my videos and shit. And you know what? I admit, you know, it was kind of funny at the time, you know. The one I did about my ex-girlfriend, woo, and all that shit. That got a lot of response, I guess. But you know what? You know, it was a funny video. What can I say else about it? You know. So that's that. Then I found the thread in July of 2012. Okay. And when I found it, I signed up for Relapse, you know, to comment and all that. At first I was playing along with it. I was like, yeah, man. I mean, I was telling Clint, I was like, I think I said something like, yeah, you should have a Dragonlordfrodo video party at your funeral home. You know, just a marathon of DLF on his fucking projector or whatever. Who knows? But you know, I was joking around with them and shit. Then I just started being like, you know, I was like, really? Why am I even like responding to this? Like, why am I even like being nice to this? You know, I'm trying to like defuse the situation by being funny and, you know, not taking it serious, and then, you know, it's not even working. So that's when I started breaking out the nasty man routine. So then I was like, Clint, listen, I know I'm being funny here and everything else, but I'm serious, dude. If you really think I'm retarded and you really think that autistic people or Jaffas or whatever should be exterminated, you know, that's fucked up. I don't need to be at your shows if you think that way. And that's the bottom line. So then they kept going on and on about it. And I kept getting madder and madder and madder about it. And the thing with the gun threats, the truth is, there was no gun threats at all. Here's what happened. Clint was having some show at his house. I forget what it was. I think it was some hubris show or something. I was like, I wanted to go to that one. I think that was that show, and then it was the Jason Voorhees show. What the fuck was that band? It was the guy that was in the first Jason. That's the name of the band. It has the guy that was the very first Jason from the first Friday the 13th movie. He played Jason in the very first Friday the 13th movie, and now he's in a band and all this shit. And it was between that show and the show at the funeral home with Hubris and everything else. I forget what the other bands were, but yeah. So I'm listening to this Jason band, and I'm like, band kind of sucks, you know? It's like, dude, the only real appeal is just meeting like the original Jason, you know? And yeah, I know, it was his mother in the first movie. But you gotta remember too, remember at the end where he jumps out of the water and all that? You know, he was a little kid back then, you know? And now he's all grown up and shit. And now he has a band, and it's called First Jason. Okay, so, got that out of the way. So I'm like, you know what, it's gonna be hard. You know, it'll be cool to like meet Jason and shit, but I don't know. So I was in between that show and the Huber show at the funeral home, and I always was like, yeah, with Hubris you could never go wrong, you know. The only real appeal with the Jason band was it was just meeting Jason, I guess, which would be cool in itself, but I don't know. So anyway, this is what happened with the gun threats. Okay, so by this time I'm like really mad right now, and you know, Clint's getting under my skin, and everyone on Relapse is getting under my skin. And I said something on Relapse. I was like, you know, you better watch yourself at this show at the funeral home. I think I said that earlier that morning or something. Or it could have been like the day before or some shit. I don't remember. But I said something like, you better watch your fucking self at this show. And I said, you know, things can happen there that you will not like. And I just kind of left it at that. And then that Ninja Turtle guy, what the fuck is his name? Shoot Me. The guy with the Donatello mask or whatever. I think he was the one that said, ooh, what kind of guns are you bringing, or some shit like that. And I think I specifically said, I'm not bringing any guns, but I know people that will bring guns, or something like that. And what I was saying was, what do you call it? There was a thing online where you can fill out an anonymous police report, or police tip, I should say. And that's what I did. I did it online. I said, 366 Ontario Street, probably gonna have underage drinking, blah, 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 blah. So that's what I did. So the people with the guns were the police. You know, that's what I meant, you know. And then there was a whole big thing where I was trying to give hints on what it was, and there was one hint where I made a reference to a billboard that was on the corner of Hurdle and Colvin, I think. I think it was. Where the billboard had it was a picture of two cops on there, and it says, holding an underage drinking party, let us know, or some shit like that. And the woman cop on there had like a big forehead, and I said, here's a hint, 5 head or something. And people were like, you're gonna give head to 5 guys or something? It's just a whole big thing. So, to be honest, there was no gun threats. Okay? It was just me saying, you know, that something's gonna happen at this funeral home show, and that there's already plans in motion to have this happen. Which the plans were that the cops were gonna show up at this underage drinking thing, and yes, they would have guns on them. So there was nothing. When I was saying shit like, oh, Clint got into my account and started saying gun threats in my name, never happened. In fact, there was no real gun threats. Okay, there was none by me, there was none by Clint. It's just what I just said, you know. So then after that, well, I did say that he didn't get onto my account and change shit, which I'm saying, okay, it's true, okay? He didn't do that. I made that up, okay? But I'm not making up what I'm about to say now. The people on Relapse do have the ability to post under other people's names, okay? Let me rephrase that. They have the ability to edit people's posts. Okay? I'm not sure if they have the ability to actually, you know, post shit under someone else's name. Like start up a whole new thread or whatever like that. But I know they do have the ability to edit other people's shit. Gravy, get away from that. Gravy, come here. They do have the ability to edit shit, because it happened. I think I wrote something on that Relapse board. I said, man, I forget what I said, but, you know, I'm going to go play Wii or something like that. I'm tired of this shit. I'm going to go play Wii. And a few minutes after that, somebody changed that and wrote something like, I'm going to go beat off the kids or some shit like that. And then I just wrote the word we again. Just the word we. And then somebody changed it like a few minutes later, it just said diaper or some shit. I don't know. But they do have the ability to edit shit, so watch your fucking ass, okay? So, anyway, there was another... there was Dragonlordfrodo, Buffalo's Jaffa, which was the big thread about me, okay? It ended up going to like 190 pages, okay? There was actually another thread about me. It was a poll, okay? It was started around the time I started posting on Relapse, okay? It was a poll. Who would you rather be? Dragonlordfrodo or Stephen Hawking? And I forget who was winning, but I think that thread is still up there too. And I think somebody wrote something like, I'd rather kill myself if I was one of those retards or something. And people are saying some nasty shit like Stephen Hawking is a retard because he's in a wheelchair. And I'm thinking, I said, do you really think that? And they're like, yes. And I said, Stephen Hawking wasn't born like that, They're like, oh, we know. And I said, so if anyone's like that in a wheelchair, that means they're retarded? And they're like, yes. And I was like, I said, Tony Lorenzo's in a wheelchair. Does that make him retarded? And they're like, they didn't say anything. I'm like, well, are you going to respond or not? It was like, no, I don't know. But then they said something like, why aren't you picking on Tony then? If he's retarded like me, well, why don't you pick on him? Where's his thread? Where's Tony Lorenzo, Buffalo's roller nigger thread? Huh? And, that's the truth about the roller nigger thing. I never actually it was like I never actually just said, Tony, you're a fucking roller nigger, okay? Never said that. I was just like, I was actually sticking up for him. I'm like, dude, what? Why are you making fun of people in wheelchairs and shit? Don't you realize that Tony Lorenzo's in a wheelchair? And this wasn't something that they said before he got in a wheelchair. Okay? This is something that they said after the fact. So, in a sense, they are calling Tony Lorenzo a retard. Just because he's in a fucking wheelchair. And then I just came on and said, well, where's his big thread, Where's Tony Lorenzo, Buffalo's roller nigger thread, And at the time I didn't really think anything of that, saying that, but I guess it pissed a lot of people off. And then I kind of just made up the whole thing. Well, Clint made that shit up. I gotta be honest here. Clint didn't say that. Clint never said roller nigger. Okay? I said it, okay? But it wasn't actually something that I said to like make fun of Tony. I was actually like sticking up for him, because I don't know, but people took it the wrong way. It was just like, well, you coined the term roller nigger for Tony Lorenzo. And okay, sorry, I did, okay? But what am I gonna do now, you know? So moving on, going on and on and on about this. It ended up getting to the point that there was a picture on Relapse, and I think that thread is still up there too. There's a picture on Relapse. Somebody posted a picture on Relapse where they took a picture of me standing outside my apartment building when I was living on Delaware Avenue. Looked like they were taking a picture from like the corner or something. And I got really scared about that. Now these people are following me or whatever. Maybe they just see me just standing there the one day and took a picture, whatever. I don't know what happened. I don't know if these people are following me or what, But all I know is that there's now a picture of me standing outside my apartment building on this website that hates me. And I took it to the police. They didn't really do shit about it. And so there. And then there was an incident. There was an incident regarding a little girl in Niagara Falls where what was it? She was she was murdered. They found her body in a garbage can. And I guess that had nothing to do with me, okay? What happened was, I was at work at the time, okay? I had one of those cheap cell phones. You can't get internet on it. You can't get email. No, you can't get email on it. Text, you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and all that shit. Fuck it. It couldn't be done. I was at work when the posts were made, so I'm innocent on that one, okay? I don't know who did it, but it seemed awfully suspicious that 5 minutes after I wrote those things, Clint was on there giving away my personal information. So, who knows? It could have been Clint getting onto my shit, or it could have been one of his friends, or whatever, or it could have been someone else hacking in, and Clint just happened to see it at that moment. Who the fuck knows, okay? All I know is that I was at work at the time, and there was no way I could have done it on my phone. Okay, so that's that. That's out of the way. Me going to Clint's house. Okay. This one I could say I'm guilty of, but whatever. Okay. I went to Clint's house in the middle of November, no, not November. I went to his house in the middle of February, okay? It was the middle of February, so it was only like 6 at night or something. And I went down there, so everything was like dark by 6. That's why I looked all dark. It was actually like 6:30 or some shit. I went down there, and pounding on his door and shit. I made a video, Pounding on his door. Clint, get the fuck down here now. to be honest, I wasn't really gonna fight him. I really wasn't. I just wanted to talk to him. I just wanted to. I didn't even like want. I wasn't even gonna be nasty if he didn't answer, or if he did answer. I've been like, listen, Clint, just cut the shit, okay? With everything going on here, cut the shit, okay? I'm tired of it all. You know, but there was a lit window up there, so that's why I was yelling up to it. Whether or not he was home, I don't know. But I had no intentions of, you know, hurting him or whatever. So, that was that. What else? Let's just try to get all this done in order, okay? What else? After that incident, there was a video of me. I had a BB gun at the time. It was a BB pistol or whatever. There was a video I made where I printed out pictures of Clint Carr and other people, and I started shooting the pictures and shit. Whatever, you know. It's just a picture, you know. Unless you believe in that shit, it shouldn't really affect you. And then I burn the pictures as well. So I take responsibility for that. That's not really like anything, but you know. Whatever. What else? That. And shoot, I'm tired. I had to jackass around the city today. Oof. So that's out of the way. So what happened after that? Funeral home gets shut down. Now, let me make this clear, okay? I had nothing to do with the funeral home shutting down, okay? Some people think I did. I didn't, okay? You can even Clint Carr himself will stick up for me on this incident here. I had nothing to do with it, okay? Even Clint will sit there and say, no, that was something that happened because the mayor was cracking down on illegal parties or something. He actually said Clint Carr is actually sticking up for me on this one. Had nothing to do with me. Okay, so that's out of the way. What else? The yard sale. Okay. The yard sale, that was the yard sale to raise money to get the place up and running again. It's true. He said that there was well, let me get to that later. So I get there, okay. Well, by the way, one of his friends, I think his name was like Andy Zubar or some shit. I don't know, but he was he said something like, yeah, come to a yard sale and we'll give you garlic bread. I got this all on record too, so so yeah, I went there and you know, Clint was actually expecting me there. I told Clint, I was like, I'm going to be at your yard sale today. And that was that. So the YDX prize, I don't know. But he knew. And yeah, so anyway, I said that. I went to a yard sale. Oh my god, I'm fucking tired. Went to a yard sale. Uh, you know, and you know when I walked up to Clint and said, "What's for sale?" And he's like, "Nothing. You need to keep walking, keep walking, keep walking." So that's what we did. We just kept walking. We kept walking. And they kept trying to say shit to us. I'll call the landlord. I'll call the cops. I looked back at him and I just said, "Who's your landlord?" And he like pointed at some guy in a truck or some shit. Pointed at some old guy in a truck. So I'm like, whatever. And then he started saying something to the guy I was with. I don't know who you are, but you need to leave as well. And then he got all pissed off and told off Clint. And he said something like, "What? Don't talk down to me, boy. I'll come over there and knock you on your fucking ass. I'll come over there, drop kick you like a football or something." And so after that, we walked back to the car, and that was it. It was like a month later. I was arrested. Okay, and I believe the real nail in the coffin here for him to say whatever. You know, I'm just gonna go down to the police station and end this shit. There was a picture that I sent to him and this other chick named Nicole, I think her name was, who says she lives with Clint Carr. I sent this picture. It was like a Photoshop picture. It was Clint. It was a picture of Clint's head on a naked man's body getting his dick sucked by another man. Yeah. And then there was another, I think there was another picture of him getting reamed in the ass by a dude. It was funny, you know. I didn't make the picture, by the way. Somebody else did it. I'm not gonna say who it was. And then somebody sent it to me, and I was like, ha ha ha, funny. And I just sent it to Clint. You know, I sent it to Nicole, and whatever. So I think that was like the real nail in the coffin right there. So he actually, it was actually the next day after I sent that picture. He was down at the police station filing a report, and then later that day I was arrested. You know, I wasn't read my rights. You know, and to be honest, like I was like kind of scared at first, you know. I didn't want to like say I was. I kind of forgot that I had a cousin that was a cop at first because I was just so scared. But I guess if I would have just said, you know, my cousin is a cop, his name is blah blah blah. You know, from what I hear, if I would have said that, he could have got me out of jail and bail free, and I wouldn't even have to go through the arraignment process. It would have just been, okay, here's your court date and all this other shit. Show up and, you know, talk to the lawyer and all that other shit. It would have been I would have just skipped jail, skipped arraignment, and then I just got like a date for court or some shit. So yeah. So if I knew that what could have happened, I could have done it, you know. I would have done it. So, and I guess the female officer that arrested me knew my cousin, so I don't know. But moving on, when I was arrested, the female cop said was actually talking on her phone to someone. Yeah, I got him in custody right now. And I didn't actually know she was talking to Clint on the other line. I thought she was just talking to like her lieutenant or whatever, but I didn't actually know she was talking to Clint at the time. But anyway, I didn't really give her any information. I just kept quiet and all that, you know. Kept it on a minimum basis, you know. That was it. You know, I actually, you know, I started talking about, I talked a little bit to those cops. I mean, she was like, so you play guitar? Yeah. She's like, yeah, that's nice, whatever. It was a stupid shit like that, but other than that, I didn't really get into what happened with Clint and all that, or what the details were. I mean, when they arrested me, she seen the guitars, whatever. I was like, yeah, I play it, whatever. What are you gonna do with that information, you know? What are you gonna, like, have me arrested over that again? I don't know. We're gonna add a charge, like plays guitar or something. I don't know. But so I'm in jail, you know. They also said I would be out after the arraignment. I would just go home. They would just release me, but no. I ended up having to stay in jail. So that's when I called my parents. I was like, listen, I'm in jail. Whatever. Come bail me out. You know, talk to you can talk to the cousin if you want to get the details. But I need to get out of here because, you know, this is bad, okay? So, a few hours go by, and I get bailed out, and I go home, and that's when I went on what do you call it? That's when I went on relapse again, and I was looking at everything. He's like bragging at everyone. Yeah, you just got arrested. Yeah, I found his what do you say? Oh, he was putting my name and number on the Kmart stall or something. I didn't actually do that. I don't know where he got that one from, but you know, I don't know where he got that from. Because I actually went down to Kmart right after I seen that, and it wasn't there. I don't know. So, I don't know where that came from or whatever, but whatever. Well, I wasn't actually charged with that, so I don't really fucking care. Okay? So after that, I was talking to a lawyer. You know what, though? Let me get one thing off my chest here. The lawyer did. We did get a private eye involved. But like I said before, you know, there was no gun. So the private eye never actually looked into the relapse shit. I don't think he did, as far as I know, but I know he did pull up something else Clint was doing regarding an autistic forum where a lot of people from relapse like went onto this autistic support forum and just started, you know, ripping into like these parents of autistic kids and shit. Kind of uncalled for. And Clint was part of that. So, to be honest, I really don't know what the private eye found, you know, because he didn't. I was told to give all the information. My lawyer said, you know, give all your evidence to the private eye, and he'll do what he could. So whatever, I did that, and then I started contacting the private eye. I was like, what else do you find? He's like, I can't actually tell you that because the lawyer hired me, not you, so I have to give everything to him. And if he wants to share that with you, that's fine. So I'm like, whatever, okay? So court comes, and pretty much what happened was, I keep saying I was found not guilty, and it's not even true. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's not guilty, and it's not guilty, okay? What I got was called an ACD, and pretty much what that is they'll just keep the thing open, like in legal limbo for now. What is it? You have like 6 months, it was like 6 months, just to stay out of trouble. Okay, you have 6 months to stay out of trouble, and if you do that, then the charges will be dropped, and it's like it never happened. Okay. However, if you get back into trouble again, and even if it's something stupid, like even if it's something that doesn't have anything to do with Clint Carr, if you do something if you get caught shoplifting or something, you'll get charged with the shoplifting shit and the Clint Carr shit that as well. So all I did was I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I'll just keep myself out of trouble. You know, I also got a restraining order. It's a restraining order. I got. It was actually a two-way restraining order. Meaning, you know, I can't actually go where he goes. Well, I can't show up at his place. I could be 100 feet from his place, okay? Nor could he be 100 feet from my place either. You would have to have a really good a really good excuse to be near me, okay? And when you think about it, 100 feet isn't really that far, okay? You know, a football field is like 300 feet, okay? So that's like a third of a football field. It's not really that far, you know? And, you know, that's like from, that's, oh man. Oh man. I'm guessing 300 feet would probably be from, if you've seen my old apartment, it would probably be from like the front door there, to Maybe to Tim Hortons or something. You know, that's 300. That's 100 feet probably. If not, it'll probably be like from my front door to probably like, what do you call it? That plaza with the Indian place in it and the Verizon or whatever. Or maybe even like from my front door, probably like the Japanese place right there. So yeah, I mean, it's not that far. So that was okay. So he could be 100 feet from my place, and neither could I be 100 feet from his place, or from each other's work as well. And you know, if we run into each other in public, you know, we both have to leave. Or we have to just sit there and we just have to grin and bear it and no comment, no nothing. Just keep away. If we see each other, if I run into him in a Burger King, okay, because there's a Burger King at the corner there. If he goes in there, whatever, we can either make the decision, okay, he's there for food, I'm here for food. Let's just get our food and get the fuck away from each other as fast as possible. No arguing, no anything. And that was that. So anyway, I survived the restraining order. The charges were dropped. There's no record of me. Well, to be honest, what it is they sealed the records, I believe it is. So if you do a background check on me, it won't come up as anything. All it'll say is, yes, something happened on this date, and I think it'll give like the judge's name and it'll just say sealed or something. But it won't actually say what happened. And that's that. I don't, like on like job applications, I don't have to put down that I was arrested or anything. That's what my lawyer said. He says I don't have to put down if I was convicted of anything. Because that doesn't matter, So that's that, and so after all that, what else? So, coming clean with some other things. The thing between me and Brandy and Juicy and the casino and all that. Well, here's what happened, okay? Juicy had this thing going. Oh, post artwork on your Facebook wall or something. So I did that, and she's like, "Hey, Mike, I want you to post Hitler's artwork or some shit." And I think I posted the one of the dog or something, And then she's like, "Okay, now post Robert Mapplethorpe or some shit." And I found out he was kind of like a porno artist. He was like a porno photographer, but he also did like pictures of like flowers and shit. So I ended up posting the flower picture because Facebook would have banned me if I post anything else. So I did that. And then she had another thing, post music or something. So then she says, "Okay, Mike, I want you to post." What the fuck band was that? Um, Post Exhumed. And I got kind of pissed off at that because it is a relapse band, and it's not only is it a relapse band, it's also the one that Leon Sandow was in, and he runs Relapse message board. He goes by Leon Del Muerte. So I didn't want to post that, so I got mad. You know I got. You know that's a trigger for me, Juicy. Okay, sorry, Mike. Post Nile then. And I'm like, what the fuck, Juicy? That's also a relapse band. And I got pissed off at Juicy, and okay, I admit, I kind of took it a little far. You know, but I was kind of pissed off, and I was like, just whatever. I ended up blocking her and shit, and then I went to Brandy and I said, "Listen, Brandy, I had to block Juicy." And she's like, "Why?" And I told her why, and she's like, I was like, "Could you please block her as well?" "No, I'm not gonna block her, Mike." And I'm like, "Why not?" She's like, "'Cause this isn't about me, you know." And I said, I also found that Juicy was liking and commenting Clint Carr's videos on YouTube, and that kind of made me uneasy just because of the whole restraining order thing. I said, "Juicy, why are you friending Clint Carr? That's pretty much contact. That's third-party contact, pretty much." And I said, "Brandy, you need to either block Juicy on your own, or I have to block you, because I can't have this link between us, you know. So you have until the morning to block her, or else I just block you, okay?" And that's what I did. So then I told Brandy, I was like, "Okay, I blocked you. So please don't contact me. Don't go to the casino. Okay? Don't go where I work. Don't go to the casino. And just leave me the fuck alone." So then she's over there going to the casino, telling my supervisors all this. And I'm like, "Brandy, I'm just trying to keep myself safe, okay? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm keeping myself safe, okay? I get fired. You know, now I'm really pissed at Brandy. I'm pissed at Juicy. Okay? So, and she knew damn well about the relapse bands and how they're a trigger of mine, you know? And so then going on and on and on about that. I don't really know what's going on with Juicy moving to Buffalo or not. Ow. I'm hearing different things. I don't know. So, and then getting back on point, the thing with Christina Pagan. Here's the truth with that. I don't know. Somebody actually called me and says, Mike, we're looking at your case notes, and your diagnosis says that you're moderate MR. Is that right? And I'm like, no, I have autism. I have Asperger's syndrome. And they're like, why would that say moderate MR? I'm like, I don't know. I was never diagnosed with moderate or mild or severe MR, mental retardation. So who knows who put that there. And to be honest, okay, for 1 minute, I know Christina Pagan works for Aspire, and I said that she might be in my notes or whatever. I don't know about that, okay? I'm not sure, to be honest, but we all know that she's also friends with Clint Carr, and we know that she's friends with, she's friends with Clint Carr and whatnot. We know Clint Carr doesn't like autistic people, and he's made anti-autistic statements in the past in regards to the Dutkos and Justin Barger. So, in that sense, I mean, it's like, if I was working for like a Jewish organization, and I was putting Hail Hitler all over my Facebook, I would be fired. I know Clint is not as well known as Hitler, but still, doesn't matter how well known you are of something. But anyway, to be fair here, I don't know whether or not she has even the power to do that, but I am a little concerned about it. I can't really see how she doesn't have the power to do something like that. I mean, government agencies get hacked into all the time. You hear it all the time. And they have probably the best security systems out there. So I don't know why Aspire thinks that they're like bulletproof to like security threats, I mean, Aspire is just a non-profit organization, So, it could well happen. It could happen. And you know what? The thing with the moderate MR and whatever, there was not one doctor that diagnosed me with that. And we all know that this Christina Pagan girl is friends with Clint Carr, who hates autistic people. Okay, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe I don't know whether or not she's over there changing my case notes as a way to show off to Clint. I don't know if she's like stealing the case notes, and then making copies of them, handing them out to metal shows and shit. Oh look, here's Mike's case notes, I don't know if that's happening. And like I said, I don't know if that's happening. That's why I'm putting in an investigation with that. I have my concerns. Plus the fact that her husband wants me dead is pretty much, a kind of a giveaway. But, you know what? If something comes up, who knows? I don't know. All I know is that something's happening and I can't put my finger on it. That's what happens with me. If I can't control a situation, I flip out if I can't control something. You know. I don't know. That's why I'm not in a band or anything. Not because I can't work well with people. I admit I'm an asshole. But it's not even that. It's just because I want total control of what's going on with the music that I'm playing. That's why I insist on a one-man band. And that's that, you know. Once you get more people involved, it just gets more complicated, you know. I don't want to do a Clint Carr album. I want to make a song about my girlfriend. Okay, now I have to sing about some other guy's girlfriend. Okay. Now I gotta play guitar to someone else's girlfriend. Fuck that shit, you know? But yeah, I mean, I admit I am an asshole. And I'm probably going to be an asshole for the rest of my life, but you know what? It's like people say, it's better to be pissed off than to be pissed on, you know? And you know, to me that's just me trying to keep myself safe, you know? I try to be a tough guy and whatever, you know. It's like I have to be nasty to people at work with me, like like my housing and all that. I'm like, I'm trying to get my guy to take me down the heap. I'm like, listen, I need to go to fucking heap, okay? And it's like, well, you can go do that by yourself. I'm like, no, you need to fucking take me. You know, I need to fucking go. You know, when I tell you to do something, you fucking do it, you know? I have to be like that. I have to be assertive like that, you know? I don't know. I guess it just makes people think I'm an asshole, but not really. I don't know. Oh man. Excuse me. But those are my thoughts. I'm just trying to come clean, okay? So the funeral home gun threats never ever happened. They were just, you know, I don't even know what you would call it. It was just something that somebody feared I would do. But I've never actually made gun threats. But I've made, like, what do you call it? Like, hints? Not even hints, but, like, it was taken out of context or whatever. I said I was going to get the cops there, and yes, they bring guns. Tony Lorenzo roller nigger thing. I said it. I didn't actually mean it to be nasty to Tony Lorenzo. I meant it to be like, I was like, so you have the balls to say this about Tony? Something like that, you know? They say I coined the term roller nigger for Tony Lorenzo. Okay, I guess I did, but it wasn't like, it wasn't supposed to be like a nasty thing. I was sticking up for the guy because Clint was calling him a retard. And I was wondering where his thread was as opposed to mine, you know. You know, because he has to kiss up to those people, you know. That, and I never actually was found not guilty. I had an ACD, and that was that. I had to stay out of trouble 6 months. It's pretty much, if you think about it, it's almost like probation, but I don't have to like check in with a probation officer. You know, it's that's pretty much what it is. You know, so that's that, and yeah, so that's it. All right, bye.